They said no bomber could ever replace the B-2. They were wrong. Because somewhere in America, a gray ghost just took flight, and it's about to make every other bomber in history look ancient. What if I told you that the very concept of a bomber, everything we thought we knew about long-range strike, has just been rendered obsolete? That deep in the skies above us, a new era of American airpower is already taking flight, silent, unseen, and utterly unstoppable.
This is not a prototype. It's not a PowerPoint slide. This is the B-21 Raider, a machine so advanced it doesn't just surpass every other bomber on the planet. It makes them irrelevant. While our adversaries were busy building defenses to fight the last war, we were building the weapon that will win the next one. For the next 20 minutes, we're pulling back the curtain on the 10 reasons why this aircraft is the most significant military aviation project since the stealth revolution itself. This is more than a new plane. This is America's shield and spear for the 21st century, a declaration that the future of global security will be written with American ingenuity.
Welcome to Titan Horizon, your front row seat to the next chapter in aviation dominance.
Stick with me, because what you're about to see will change everything you thought you knew about air power. Reason 1. The world's first 6th-gen bomber. For decades, air power has been defined by generations, each a step forward. But what happens when America doesn't take a step, but a quantum leap? The B-21 Raider is that leap. This is not an evolution of the past. It's a clean sheet declaration of the future. Officially, the world's first 6th-generation bomber. While rivals struggle to perfect 5th-gen tech, we've already rewritten the entire playbook. It's built not just to fly, but to think, connect, and dominate in ways that render previous designs, like the legendary B-2, fundamentally outdated. This is a new class of aircraft, and it operates on a level that makes every other bomber a relic of a bygone era. But to understand its true power, you have to look at the one feature that makes it a ghost. How does a machine this powerful hide in plain sight, making even our most advanced past systems look clumsy by comparison? Reason 2. Unmatched stealth. Advanced materials and design that redefine invisible. So, how does a $1 billion, 150-foot wingspan simply vanish? It's a question that keeps our adversaries awake at night, staring at radar screens that show nothing but empty sky. The answer lies in a stealth technology so profound, it's less about avoiding detection and more about redefining reality itself. The B-2 was a ghost for its time, but the B-21 is a phantom for the digital age. Its flying wing form is honed not just in wind tunnels, but in digital cauldrons of supercomputers, achieving a shape that slices through the air while scattering radar waves into meaningless noise. But its true cloak is its skin. We're beyond simple radar-absorbent paint. This aircraft is sheathed in next-generation metamaterials. A matrix of microscopic, energy-manipulating cells that can actively cancel out incoming radar signals across a wider spectrum than ever before. As one Pentagon official put it, we're not just hiding from their sensors, we're actively deceiving them, making them see what is not even there. This isn't just an improvement, it's an entirely new form of invisibility. Every seam, every intake, every edge is a masterclass in signature management. With engine inlets so seamlessly integrated, they appear to be part of the wing itself, gulping air without creating the radar-reflective caverns of older designs. The result is a radar cross-section that defense analysts believe is smaller than a marble hurtling through the stratosphere. Imagine the chilling implication. The most powerful strike aircraft in history can loiter undetected just miles off your coast. Its presence nothing more than a whisper in the static. It's a capability that doesn't just give us an edge, it instills a deep psychological dread. But this ghostly presence would mean nothing if it bankrupted the nation to build it. And that's where the Raiders' next secret completely changes the game. Reason 3. Affordable and mass-producible. A sustainable price tag for a dominant fleet. The haunting lesson of the B-2 spirit was not its capability, but its cost. We built a masterpiece, but could only afford a handful. The B-21 Raider learns from that painful history, shattering the paradigm that unmatched power must come with an unpayable price. This time, we're building a fleet with the program unit cost projected around $700 million, a fraction of the B-2's inflated price. The Raider is not just advanced, it's attainable. This strategic affordability is a deliberate, engineered triumph. How did they do it? The answer is a digital revolution. Northrop Grumman built this beast not with physical mock-ups, but inside a unified digital environment, slashing the errors and changes that traditionally plague aircraft development. They're using proven subsystems, like advanced derivatives of the F-35's power plant, to avoid reinventing the wheel and to drive down costs. This is not about cutting corners, it's about cutting waste with brilliant efficiency. The production line at Plant 42 in Palmdale is a symphony of modern manufacturing, where augmented reality guides technicians and robotics handle precision tasks, ensuring every aircraft rolls out with consistent, lethal perfection. This means the U.S. Air Force can plan for a fleet of over 100 B-21s, a sobering force multiplier that can simultaneously pressure adversaries in the Pacific, the Atlantic, and elsewhere. As Secretary of the Air Force, Frank Kendall, has emphasized, this numbers game is everything for deterrence. It's one thing for an enemy to suspect a single ghost is in their airspace. It's another to know we could have a dozen. This shifts the entire strategic calculus, moving us from a position of exclusive quality to one of overwhelming, sustainable quantity. But what good is a large fleet if it becomes outdated the moment it rolls off the line? The Raiders' next secret ensures it will never fight yesterday's war. Reason 4. A digital chameleon. Open architecture for seamless, lifelong upgrades. In the relentless sprint of technological advancement, a multi-billion-dollar weapons system can become a museum piece before it even sees its first mission. The B-21 was born from this stark reality, engineered not for a specific war, but for every future conflict we can and cannot yet imagine. Its core is its digital nervous system, an open architecture that is the true genius of the platform. Think of it less as a static airframe and more as a flying supercomputer, with hardware and software designed to be plug-and-play. A new sensor emerges that can see through weather and camouflage. It can be integrated in months, not years. A new electronic warfare technique is developed. It can be uploaded via a software patch, much like your smartphone updates an app. This is a radical departure from legacy platforms like the B-2, where a single upgrade requires a painstaking, years-long process of rewiring and physical modification. The B-21 avoids this obsolescence trap entirely. It even employs a digital twin, a perfect virtual copy of every single aircraft that allows engineers to test new weapons, diagnose maintenance issues, and simulate combat scenarios entirely in the cloud. long before a single wrench is turned on the real thing. This means the B-21 that rolls off the line in 2035 will be fundamentally more capable than the one delivered in 2028. Yet they will be the same physical aircraft. It's a chameleon, constantly adapting its capabilities to the threat. As one program executive officer stated, this ensures the Raider will outpace the threat for its entire service life. But even the most advanced computer is useless if it can't reach the battlefield. A challenge the Raider solves with a reach that redefines the meaning of global power. Reason 5. Global reach, no handouts. Intercontinental range without vulnerable tanker support. What good is an invisible sword if its arm isn't long enough to strike? The B-21 answers this with a resounding declaration of strategic independence. It can hit any target on the globe from a base on American soil, and it can do it alone. This is the game-changing power of intercontinental range. We're talking about an unrefueled combat radius well over 5,000 miles. This means the Raider can launch from the heartland of the United States, execute a devastating strike on the other side of the world, and return home, all without ever relying on a vulnerable aerial tanker. This single capability shatters an adversary's most basic wartime calculus. They can no longer simply target forward bases in the Pacific. The threat is now emanating from the continental United States, a sanctuary they cannot touch. But strategic implications are staggering. As General Anthony Cotton, commander of U.S. Strategic Command, has emphasized, this range provides decision space for our national leaders that we haven't possessed since the Cold War. The B-21's efficiency is its shield. Its advanced, fuel-sipping engines and razor-optimized aerodynamics allow it to cover vast distances while presenting a constantly shifting, unpredictable approach vector. An enemy is left guarding an entire ocean, staring at a radar screen, waiting for a ghost that can come from any direction and never needs to stop for gas. It is the ultimate strategic Raider, but range and stealth are just the delivery system. The real question is what devastating payload this ghost carries and whether it can hold both the conventional and nuclear sword. Reason 6. The ultimate arbiter, dual capable for both conventional and nuclear missions. A weapon of deterrence must speak two languages: the sharp, precise tone of tactical victory and the unforgiving final word of strategic annihilation. The B-21 Raider is fluent in both. This dual-capable nature transforms it from a specialized tool into the ultimate arbiter of conflict, a single platform that can execute a breathtakingly diverse range of missions. On one hand, it is the world's most sophisticated conventional bomber, capable of carrying over 50,000 pounds of next-generation precision. It can deploy bunker-busting penetrators to destroy hardened underground facilities, launch swarms of autonomous munitions to overwhelm integrated air defenses, or precisely eliminate a single target in a crowded urban center with minimal collateral damage. But its shadow looms even larger in the nuclear domain. As the new cornerstone of the air leg of America's nuclear triad, the B-21 is designed to carry the long-range standoff LRSO cruise missile. This stealthy, nuclear-tipped weapon allows the Raider to launch its devastating payload from vast distances outside the reach of even the most advanced enemy defenses. This dual-role capability creates a paralyzing dilemma for any adversary. As stated by Heather Wilson, former Secretary of the Air Force, it complicates an enemy's attack planning. They can never be sure if the B-21 penetrating their airspace is conducting a conventional strike or is on a nuclear mission, making the decision to engage it astronomically risky. This ambiguity is a shield in itself. The Raider doesn't just deliver weapons, It delivers impossible choices, ensuring that no conflict can ever escalate on an adversary's terms alone. Yet, even this immense power is magnified by the Raider's true revolution, not just being a shooter, but being the brain of the entire battle space. Reason 7. Flying Battlefield CEO, a command and control center that leads a drone army. The B-21's most radical leap isn't just what it can kill, but what it can command. Imagine it not as a solitary predator, but as the central node of an invisible, intelligent hive. This is where the Raider sheds its identity as a mere bomber and becomes a flying command center, a battlefield CEO directing a loyal legion of robotic wingmen. Through its revolutionary combat cloud, the B-21 can control a suite of collaborative combat aircraft, semi-autonomous drones flying alongside it. These aren't simple remote-controlled planes. They are force multipliers, each with specialized roles. The Raider pilot becomes a battle manager, issuing broad directives while AI handles the micro decisions. One drone acts as a sensor, pushing its radar deep into contested airspace. Another is a jammer, blinding enemy networks. A third is a missile truck, expanding the Raider's magazine depth. A fourth might even be a sacrificial shield, drawing fire to reveal enemy positions. This coordinated swarm presents an enemy with an unsolvable problem. As described by General Mark Kelly, head of Air Combat Command, this creates dilemma saturation. While they are overwhelmed trying to track and engage a dozen smaller, cheaper signatures, the B-21 itself remains silent, unseen, and free to deliver the decisive blow. It projects power without exposing its core. This transforms a single airframe into an entire strike package, compressing what used to take an entire squadron into a single, unstoppable pulse of coordinated force. Like to command this digital pack in the world's most dangerous skies, the Raider itself must be built to survive the unimaginable. Reason 8. Built for the worst fight. Designed to survive and strike in the most contested airspace. The true test of a weapon system isn't how it performs in a controlled exercise, but whether it can survive and win in the hellscape of a peer-level conflict. This is the brutal environment for which the B-21 was forged. Our adversaries have not been idle. They have layered their territories with sophisticated integrated air defense systems, networks of radar, surface-to-air missiles, and electronic warfare designed to create no-fly zones. The B-21 is America's key to unlocking these doors. Its survivability is a multi-layered shield. We've discussed its profound stealth, but that's just the first layer. It is also packed with the most advanced electronic warfare suite ever fitted to a bomber. This system is a master of deception and attack. It can listen to enemy radar frequencies, analyze them in microseconds, and then broadcast tailored signals to jam them, spoof them, or even feed them false data, making their screens show a dozen false targets while the real Raider slips through a different corridor. As stated by Dr. Will Roper, former Assistant Secretary of the Air Force for Acquisition, Technology, and Logistics, this moves us from stealth as a coding to stealth as a behavior. Furthermore, its airframe is built with redundancy and resilience, engineered to absorb battle damage and keep flying. It's designed to operate in electromagnetic spectrums so cluttered with interference that legacy aircraft would be blind and deaf. This isn't a bomber that needs the skies to be cleared for it. It's the one that clears the skies for others. A ghost built to thrive in the storm. Yet, the most advanced weapon in the world is useless if it's constantly grounded. A lesson we learned all too well with its high-maintenance predecessor. Reason 9. Warrior, not a princess. Designed for maintenance efficiency and high readiness, the legendary B-2 Spirit earned a reputation as a hangar queen, a masterpiece of technology that demanded endless hours of delicate, expert care to keep its stealth skin pristine and its systems operational. For every hour in the air, it spent dozens on the ground. The B-21 Raider was engineered to shatter this costly paradigm. This is a warrior, built for a warfighter's tempo, not a museum piece. Its next-generation radar-absorbent materials are fundamentally more durable and resilient, designed to withstand harsh weather and operational wear with far less frequent and intensive maintenance. The maintenance philosophy is revolutionized by its digital backbone. Using its digital twin, maintainers can run diagnostics, predict part failures before they happen, and practice complex procedures virtually, slashing troubleshooting time. This predictive maintenance means parts and technicians are ready before the aircraft lands, turning what was once a days-long process into a matter of hours. Open systems architecture ensures that swapping out a line-replaceable unit is as straightforward as possible, avoiding the labyrinthine rewiring of older platforms. As emphasized by General Thomas A. Bussière, commander of Air Force Global Strike Command, readiness is our #1 priority. The goal is a fleet with a high mission-capable rate, ensuring that when the nation calls, a significant number of raiders are ready to answer, not languishing in depots. This shift from high-maintenance fragility to rugged, data-driven reliability is a force multiplier in itself, transforming strategic air power from a limited, exquisite capability into a sustainable, dominant, and ready force. But all of this revolutionary potential would be nothing more than a promise on paper if the program itself was mired in delays and cost overruns, a fate the Raider has spectacularly avoided. Reason 10. It's not a promise, it's reality. On time, on budget, and already flying. In the world of defense acquisition, where ambitious projects are often derailed by delays and exploding costs, the B-21 Raider stands as a stunning anomaly, a testament to disciplined execution and a clear national priority. This isn't a concept awaiting approval or a prototype tracked in development hell. It is a program hitting its marks with breathtaking precision. The first B-21, Cerberus, took to the skies in November 2023, and the second followed in September 2025. Multiple airframes are now in various stages of production at Plant 42, a clear signal that the line is active and scaling. Crucially, this progress is happening on budget, a feat that defense experts like Mackenzie Eaglein, resident fellow at the American Enterprise Institute, have called nearly unprecedented for a program of this complexity. Congress has shown its overwhelming confidence, injecting billions in additional funding to accelerate production, a rare bipartisan consensus on a critical national security asset. This operational tempo and fiscal discipline mean the Raider is transitioning from a technological marvel to a tangible instrument of national power faster than anyone anticipated. Ellsworth Air Force Base is already being prepared as its first main operating base, with training programs and infrastructure upgrades underway. The B-21 is not a future capability. It is a present-day reality, methodically and efficiently moving from the drawing board to the tip of the spear. This relentless progress sends an unambiguous message to the world. America's commitment to air dominance is not just a statement, but a concrete action, ensuring our skies and our way of life will be protected for generations to come. So there you have it. The B-21 Raider is more than just steel, sensors, and stealth. It is the embodiment of a simple, unshakable truth that the American spirit of innovation remains the most powerful force on the globe. This is the shield that will guard our skies for the next half-century, a silent sentinel ensuring our freedom endures. If this journey into the future of American power resonated with you, do us a solid. Share this with your friends, your family, with anyone who believes in the promise of what we can achieve. We built this. Let's talk about it. Drop a comment below and tell me what single feature of the Raider left you in awe. What do you believe makes this jet truly unstoppable? And let us know if the story we told today brought the magnitude of this machine to life for you. Your voice is part of this conversation. We're constantly bringing you the most exciting content about military technology and defense innovations. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss our next breakdown. This is Titan Horizon. Stay curious, stay proud. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.